Okay, we are live now. And let's continue with what we were talking about yesterday. And let's see how it goes. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so right, we want to quickly finish our work on triangles that we started yesterday. Give me a second. Right, we want to do sine root and cosine root the same way we were doing yesterday. Welcome everybody. Be ready. So today we are building from what we saw yesterday. Yesterday we saw that when you're dealing with a triangle is a very simple shape. Today I want to teach you the rules, okay, and actually how to use them. So we are going on from what we did yesterday. So make sure you're ready. Let me just quickly put the things we did yesterday, then we take it from there. Yesterday we saw that we have, when you're dealing with a triangle, this very simple shape, there are three parts. A triangle is a shape with three sides. Tri means three. So it has three sides. And there are three parts. There are three parts to this section, to understanding the triangle. For you to say, I don't want to see, I'm done with all questions to do with a triangle, you must know three things. The first thing you must know is area, how to get area. And when you're trying to get area, you start with the right angle triangle where you have base and you have height, and you have your area being, for this type, base times height divided by 2. If you use this formula, you'll be fine. Okay, then the second one for area is when you have a triangle with no right angle this time. There is no right angle. So the shape can change, but there is no right angle. They'll give you the base, this one, then they'll give you the height. But they'll do it, so this is the height. You should know that for this one, area is again base times height divided by 2. For this type of triangle as well. And for the third type of triangle, which looks also like this, it'll be like this. But you no longer have base, you no longer have height, and it does not have a right angle. So this will be theta, this will be A, this will be B. And you say area will be this side A times the other side B times sine theta, all divided by 2. That gives us the area of the third triangle. So for area, we are fine. We will use the formula depending on the situation they gave us. This last formula, you multiply this A times this B times this sine theta. We'll see the questions anyway from past papers, which we did last time. So I think you're fine. Then we went to the second section. So today I want us to look at the second section and the third section, especially sine root and cosine root. But let's see the second one. Missing side or angle of right angled triangle. So Here, when you have a triangle with a right angle, so we are studying triangles. We'll continue, and we want to see how we'll be solving. We are studying triangles. What everybody should know is that for triangles that have a right angle, this is the key thing. You are now dealing with a triangle with a right angle. And they are no longer asking you for area, they are asking for a missing side, or they are asking you to find a missing angle. What? Find a missing side? Yes. Or a missing angle? Yes. And you should know that when you are dealing with right-angled triangles, for right-angled triangles, number one, for right-angled triangles, there are two methods. There are two. Number one, Pythagoras theorem is this one. Let's just put it. I'm going to do hard questions with you just now. And I trust you guys can do it. Look. This is what the Pythagoras theorem says. Okay? You have a triangle and it has a right angle. Then let's say they give you this to say 3. Then this is 5. You can call this A, B, C. Then they say find B, A. This is the example. So, Pythagoras theorem, what it says is this. It says 3 things. Okay? You're not going to let me down. When you're doing Pythagoras theorem, it says 3 things. Number 1, square all sides. Okay, let's start with like this. Hypotenuse must be alone. Okay, you should meet these 3 conditions if you're doing Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse must be alone. The other 2 sides must add to each other. They must add. And the third thing it says is square all sides. This is what Pythagoras theorem does. So, you have a triangle with a right angle? Yes. First thing you must check is, can I use Pythagoras? Pythagoras theorem, okay? If you can put an arrow, you can say here, it works when one side out of 3 is missing. It works when only one side out of the 3 is missing. Here you can see that I have this side, which is 5. I have this side, which is 3. The only one which is missing is AB. So side AB is the only side which is missing. So can I use Pythagoras? Yes. Because the triangle has a right angle and only one side is missing. So when you're using your Pythagoras, here is what you must do. You must write it correctly, because once you write it wrongly, everything is wrong. You must first find who is the hypotenuse. And hypotenuse can change. You must find who is the hypotenuse. Okay, you've seen that you are using Pythagoras theorem because you have 2 sides, you're looking for the third one. You should look for hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is this one, the side opposite your corner. This will be your hypotenuse. Once you have it, now you can write the true Pythagoras theorem. What does the true Pythagoras theorem say? It says when you're writing, hypotenuse must be alone. What is our hypotenuse here? 5. So you're going to say 5. But remember to square all sides. So you say 5 squared is equal to the other two sides must add. So you add the other two sides, which is this one, 3. So it'll be 3 squared plus the missing one, which is AB squared. Okay? Good. Now, this is the Pythagoras theorem. Why is it the Pythagoras theorem? Number one, hypotenuse is alone, which is 5. So that's good. Number two, everything is squared. That's good. Number three, the other two sides are adding each other. That's great. So now we can find AB. We take 3 to the other side. 5 squared minus 3 squared is equal to AB squared. 5 squared is what? 25. Minus 3 squared is 9. This is equal to AB squared. 25 minus 9, 16 is equal to AB squared. Then you take squared to the other side. It becomes square root of 6. So you get plus or minus, but here we can only take the positive because AB is a length. So it will be 6. It will be square root of 16 is 4. So 4 is your AB. AB is 4. Good. So this is what you do. Now I want to go to do sine rule and cosine rule whilst you guys are like this. Where is, who's missing? Okay, good. So let me tell you why a lot of people get it wrong. Listen, students. A lot of people get it wrong because they do not write the correct Pythagoras theorem. They write the one they want because it can help them get an answer. But you get it wrong if you do that. The true Pythagoras theorem, remember, hypotenuse must be alone. So you must find that hypotenuse so that you put him alone. Then you can now do the other two sides and whatever. Good. Now, the second method which you can use, method number 2, here we said there are 2 methods. This is my 1. Then method 2 is called SOHCAHTOA. This is method 2. You use it when you have a right angled triangle. And you use it if the Pythagoras theorem does not work. Let's say you get something like this. There we go. Four, 5 theta. Then the question says, find theta. Or you can get so here we have one. Let's say now they give you 5 and 40 degrees. And this is ABC. Then they say find AB. So these situations, today we are solving. The first thing you do, can Pythagoras theorem work for this example A? Lenny, can Pythagoras theorem work for example A? It cannot work. Why? When does Pythagoras theorem work? When you have two sides and you're looking for side number 3, right? So here we have two sides, but we are not looking for side number 3. So we can't use Pythagoras. So we have to use something else. And because we cannot use Pythagoras, that means we have to use SOHCAHTOA. So there you tick, you write on top to say, I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA. So what you then do, you label your triangle. After writing the word SOHCAHTOA, you label your triangle. So here what you do, let's label. Opposite the corner of the right angle, this is the hypotenuse, H. Okay. Here it will be the opposite side because it is opposite your angle. Then here it's adjacent. It will be opposite on this side, then adjacent on the other. So here it's opposite, then here it's adjacent. So here we have labeled our triangle. Now we have to use it. Here is how we use it. You remove any side that is useless. You have to remove it. For here you can see the opposite side is useless. So here, when you have removed O because he is useless, you cancel him like this. You cancel the things with O. You remain with K, which means cos theta is equal to adjacent. So here you'll be now saying, cos, what is the theta? It's still theta. Here, what is the adjacent? 4. Over what is the hypotenuse? 5. So you label, you remove the side you don't want. Then you can continue. Now you need to get theta. To get theta, cos goes to the other side. Have you seen? Cos inverse of 4 over 5. Cos goes to the other side to become cos inverse. Can somebody do it? Can you all punch and put in the chat? Second function, cos. That's cos inverse. Okay, 36.87 degrees. This is how we solve it. We saw that Pythagoras did not work. Then we quickly wrote SOHCAHTOA because those are the only two methods. Then here we have a situation again. Ilang, can we use Pythagoras here? Look at what we have. We have this 40 degrees, 5. No, we can't use it. Why can't we use Pythagoras? Yes, because there's only one side. To do Pythagoras, we must have how many sides? Okay. You need two sides. You need two sides to do Pythagoras. You've been given one. So it doesn't work here. So what is the only method that works? You write SOHCAHTOA. As long as it has a right angle, as long as it has a right angle, then you have to use SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA is the method. Now let's label. We've decided to use SOHCAHTOA. Let's label. Opposite this is the hypotenuse. Opposite the angle is the opposite side. So now we have labeled our triangle. We have to look for the side which is useless. Here they said find AB, so we need this one. So here it is A, it's useless. Now, because we have removed A, adjacent, we have to remove him from the formulas. Adjacent. So here we are left with so, which means sine theta is equal to O is opposite over H hypotenuse, which will be sine 40 degrees is equal to, what is the opposite? AB over, what's the hypotenuse? 5. Then you take 5 to the other side, 5. So here you take 5, it becomes 5 sine 40 degrees is equal to AB. What's the answer? What's 5 sine 40, students? Madichaba, what's 5 sine 40? Do you have 3 point? 3.21. Anyone with a question? Pardon? Okay. Now, Here, I want to teach you one more thing. Part 3. Part 3, students. This is now about non-right angled triangles. Right. For this one, just do me this favor. Write the cosine rule, which I taught you yesterday. The two situations. If this is A and this is B, the cosine rule says this. Let's say this is theta and this is C. So here you say, this is what it says. To find C, you say C squared is equal to these two. So you say C squared. It will be equal to these other two, all squared, and they should be adding. A squared like B squared. Then you now say minus. It starts like Pythagoras theorem, but then you say minus 2ab. You bring them together, the a and the b, but they are no longer squared. So write minus 2ab, then you say cos theta. Did you write the cosine rule? I want you to see what you have. You will be given, this is the missing one. You'll be given, don't remember, you'll be given A, B, theta. And it's a non-right angle triangle. To get area, we know it's AB sine theta over 2. Here is the cosine rule. And that's the cosine rule for you. So you must write it down in practice. So here you can find your missing thing. Just write this down. I'm going to teach you. Write this down. So I need you to have this, the cosine rule, and where you use it. You use it like this because you'll be having an included angle. So you'll be knowing this, you'll be knowing this, and you'll be knowing this. You put them in this formula, you are done. Are we together? Students, are we together? Right. This is how Good. This is how I need you to write it. Make sure you have it written down. I definitely need you to make sure you have it. Right. Now, sometimes they'll give you 3 sides. So this is one. This is the missing one. Let's say they give you, or let me put it as value 7, 8, 30 degrees. You use this formula. 30 degrees, you use this formula. But if they do it like this, they give you 7, 8, 5, then this is the angle. To find theta, or ABC, the angle, what you do is you're going to say theta is going to be equal to, write this. This is the last version, and I need you to practice it many times. You do this same situation again. A squared plus B squared, which is this one and this one. Then you say minus C squared, which is this one, the one opposite it. Then divided by 2AB. This is cos theta. You add and subtract and divide by 2AB. This C, which subtracts, is the side opposite the angle you need. So this is the cosine rule, and you are done. I'll show you where you will be given in the exam. It will be given to you. But I want you to write them down. Remember, this is included angle. So we use cosine rule. Here, this is all 3 sides. So we use the cosine rule. And I've given you what it says. When you are given included angle and when you're given all 3 sides. Included angle, cosine rule. All 3 sides, cosine rule. So you've written it down. We're going to do questions together. Then when you master it, what's left is the sine rule, and you're done. Okay? Or let me say here, method 2. This was the method number 1, cosine rule. This is method 1. Method 2 is the sine rule. Write it, just write it. Method 2 is the sine rule. Just say used for situations that cosine rule cannot work. The sine rule is used for situations that your cosine rule cannot work. Are we together? Good. And I just want you to write A, B, or let's say X, Y, Z. This will be small x because it is opposite big X. Opposite big Y, small y. Opposite big Z, small z. And I want you to write sine x over small x is equal to sine big Y over small y. Here. Here it is Z. Write this down. Then I'll explain to you why this is important. Or you can say x over sine x is equal to y over sine y, which is equal to z over sine z. So it is used for situations that cosine rule cannot work. If we don't have three sides, here you can say here, no three sides and no included angle. If you don't have three sides and you don't have included angle, we are going to use this rule called the sine rule. So now you know where everything will work. We'll do questions tomorrow. A lot of it, then I give you, then you also do questions. So tomorrow we start on time, 5:45. Be ready. But these are the rules. I hope you've seen them. I hope you've mastered them. From area to finding a missing side to this. So these are the things, and you're done. I hope you've written them down. We're going to need them. We're going to use them. These are your important things, students. Okay? Good. So we're going to use them 24/7. Make sure you have them.